Hello and welcome to this Learn to Unlearn Masterclass. In this masterclass, we'll be covering different aspects of unlearning. First, we'll be covering the why behind it. So, why do I even need to unlearn? Why am I attending this masterclass? Why did I spend my whole life learning new things and now you are telling me that I need to unlearn them? Then, we'll be covering the four-stage framework that you go through when you are learning something or unlearning something. After that, we'll be learning how you can jump from one stage to another and exactly what you need to do for that. And then there will be journal prompt coupled with a meditation to help you bring the action in the now and not postpone it after masterclass. So you will be starting the how to part here in this masterclass. So the first topic would be why do I need to unlearn? So see, the world is changing. Like back in 2019, you were attending schools offline, you were going to offices, you were traveling and all that stuff. Then, boom, the pandemic hit, and now you're sitting at home taking this masterclass, probably when you are supposed to be studying online, or maybe you are supposed to work from home, or you may be in a hybrid situation, who knows? But you still had to unlearn the whole offline, the traveling part and everything, and learn to adopt this new way of how the world works, the whole laptop, phone, devices, and the internet. Your life is now based upon it. No one could think of how the offices or schools were gonna be at your home. Like that would be a dream for many, but now most of us dread it. So that is why you need to unlearn a lot of things. So especially with the technology. So as the technology or as the world develops, you need to unlearn some behaviors and you need to adopt the new ones. So you have to unlearn and relearn because unlearning and learning go hand in hand. Okay, that brings me to the next point. Unlearning and learning go hand in hand. So if you're not unlearning, you cannot relearn. Think of it this way. You were born with a whole empty bag. You picked up different beliefs from your friend, your family, your peers, society, and everything. So now your bag is filling up with beliefs and stuff as you are going through your life. For new beliefs to enter, you need to make some space and you need to unlearn those behaviors, those beliefs that are taking up space. And maybe they are redundant now. You no longer need them. So why even have them in the first place? So declutter your beliefs, your mindset, your ideas in order to learn new ones. So because now unlearning is also important because if you are already learning, let's say you are studying in a particular field and you already possess some knowledge, but you are also continuously learning new things. So as long as you are not unlearning the past information that you consumed, you cannot process the new information with the same speed. So if you are not unlearning, the new information that you are consuming is going to process slower. And that is why you need to unlearn. So these were the two whys that I can come up with. Rest of that depends on you. Comment down below if you have anything to say about why you need to unlearn. Now, moving on to the four-stage framework. So what are all the stages that you go through when you are learning some things or unlearning something? So I'll give examples for both learning and unlearning, but we'll first move on to the framework. So stage one is unconscious incompetence, also known as ignorance. We all start from this stage. This is the stage where you don't even know what you need to unlearn or what you need to learn. Like you are just perfect in your mind unless and until a stimulus hits you, a situation comes, and then you know, oh shit, this is something that I need to unlearn, or this is something that I need to learn in order to go reach my goals, or just go ahead in life. Okay, so that is stage one. We all start from here, so no need to be guilty if you are still in stage one. Stage two is awareness, where you are aware of what exactly you need, where you are aware of, okay, I need to change this about me, or I need to learn this new thing that is going on, and that will help me move on with my career, my relationships, anything for that matter. So that is the awareness stage. You still don't know how to, but you at least know what exactly is there that you need to do. So that is the awareness stage. Then you move on, then you figure out You do your research, you hire your coach, or just go on the internet and figure out what exactly do you need to do. You read these blog posts, there's articles, YouTube videos, books, and a lot of things to figure out what exactly you need to do. And that is what brings you into the learning stage, which is, I don't remember the name exactly, so we'll just call it learning in order to avoid, um, yeah, that's called conscious competence. Okay, so learning is conscious competence. So you are conscious of what you need to do and how you'll be doing it. Then you try on different things and slowly repeat those actions that you knew that you need to do in order to reach your what. So you repeat them often till it becomes a second nature, and that is when you reach the fourth and last stage called mastery, also known as unconscious competence. So these are the four stages that you go through from unconscious incompetence to unconscious competence. Okay, so now, as I mentioned, that I'll be citing examples. The first example would be for learning. So let's say you need to learn something. Let's say, take a simple example of organizing your almirah. So you are still in unconscious incompetence. You don't know that you need to clean your almirah. One random day, you opened your almirah for one shirt that you wanted to wear that day, or there was a dress code in the office or something. You couldn't find it because your almirah was a mess. Now that is your stimulus, which made you aware that you need to clean that shit. You need to clean that mess, and you need to do it as soon as possible because else you won't be able to find anything. That is now where you are. That is where you reach the awareness stage. You know what you need to do. You need to clean that almirah. Then you figure out, okay, exactly do I need to do? How do I start? So you maybe go that extra mile of searching for Marie Kondo, the new way of folding things, the new way of organizing things, having one place for one thing. So one compartment for your socks, one compartment for your lowers, one compartment for your tops, and etc. So you learn all these hows or the plan of action, like you establish the whole plan of action. When you do that, you reach that learning stage. Now you know how, you know the what you need to do, and also know the how you need to do it. So you establish that system, you clean that out, and you also continuously do that. So whenever you pick out a shirt, you go through that whole wash, iron cycle. You put it, you fold it and put it back from the in the place where it was supposed to be. And you repeat this so often that it becomes your second nature. That is where you reach the mastery stage or the fourth stage. Now you have reached your unconscious competence. Now your almirah is going to be um, organized and beautiful, like probably Chloe Kardashian. Well, you can go that extra step. Then another example would be for unlearning. So let's say you have a habit of biting your nails. You got anxious, you bite your nails. You got stressed, you bite your nails. There, you were sitting in exam, you couldn't think of anything, you bite your nails. You didn't know you do that. You noticed it once when your friend probably pointed out, or someone in your family pointed out that why are you biting your nails? Then you realize, oh my God, I'm doing it so often. This is a bad habit. I need to change. When that I need to change hits, you start entering the awareness stage. Now you need to, now you know what you need to do, which is getting rid of that habit of biting nails or unlearning that habit of biting nails. So you probably hire a coach or talk to your friend. Both of you discuss, you figure out how you can do it. You lay out a plan of action. You lay out different hacks or tips to get rid of that habit. You enter the learning stage. You know the how, you know the what. Then you start applying those steps. You apply those steps so consistently that you reach the mastery stage. And now your nails look clean and healthy. And now you can get a proper manicure on your natural nails. Who knows? So these were the four stages that you go through when you are learning or unlearning, and how you can jump through it. So, okay. So this is how it works. So when you are unconscious in the ignorance stage, let's call it ignorance. In the ignorance stage, you can do journaling, or when you are writing goals, you can imagine them as hurdles, which we'll be doing in a little while. So these are the problems that you need to these are the behaviors that are posing as problems that you need to unlearn, that are the or maybe the problems that you have underlying beliefs or behaviors that are stopping you from reaching your goal. So when you identify what exactly it is that is stopping you, you reach that awareness stage. A lot of people have problems in reaching that awareness stage. So you can go from unconscious incompetence or ignorance to awareness stage by maybe hiring a coach. So let's say you are facing a problem and you're not aware of exactly what is happening or what is the underlying reason behind it. So you can partner up with the coach and figure out the whole thing or the different fears, beliefs, ideas behind what is stopping you. So you can also start your journey from unconscious incompetence and take the help of a coach and reach that awareness. And then from awareness, you and your coach can discuss and figure out what exactly you need to do to get rid of those habits. Now, a little disclaimer, all the action steps that you're going to write down may not exactly work for you. Now, some may work better, some may not work at all, or you may be facing some problems when you are working through those steps. So that is when the follow up comes into place. You follow up with your coach or your friend or your journaling exercise. Like it's not important, like it's not necessary to partner up with a coach, but it definitely helps for a lot of people. And that is why the whole coaching industry is there to help you out. So you work with your coach, you go through these different steps, you figure out what problems you faced while you were in the journey. Maybe there was some other belief that came in, which you were not able to figure out on the first call because that was even a deeper issue. Okay. So that is how the whole thing works, and you'll figure out what worked for you, what added the most value. So you obviously will take the best course of action for you, and you'll consistently repeat it. Now, a lot of people also face difficulties in consistency or being consistent. Again, your coach is your accountability partner as well, or you can have a different accountability partner as long as you are able to be consistent with the habits that you need to do, with as long as you are consistent with the actions, behaviors, ideas that you planned that you would do. Because consistency is what takes you from learning to mastery. That is what makes it second nature for you. So you don't have to think about every single time. Okay. So that is where the coaching or accountability partner will help you in the best possible way for you to be consistent, and that's how you can reach the mastery stage. Now, um, as I'm done with the whole why framework and how, we'll be moving to a journaling session. So I would just request you all to grab a pen and paper so we can start the journaling exercise and then go straight into the meditation and make the best out of this masterclass. Okay, so for this journaling practice, what you need to do is you need to imagine yourself in the current situation, which is point A here. And then there is point B, your ideal self that you want to be. You know the characteristics of this ideal self, and you know what it will look like, feel like, or behave like. So just imagine these two and imagine yourself working through it. And while you're doing that, think of the different hurdles that can possibly, stop you from reaching that ideal self. These can be behaviors or fears. And a very good way of identifying these would be, let's say you are a big dreamer, or like, you can definitely be a big dreamer. So if something, some thought or some belief is coming up that, okay, this is not possible at all, or this is way too big to even be real, it is not realistic, just be realistic. So all these thoughts are some of the results of your beliefs. So that, I think that this will help you out in figuring what exactly is there that you are facing what behaviors or beliefs are there that are going to stop you in reaching from A to B. So you can take 10 minutes out of it and set a timer, pause this video here, and then go do it and come back for the meditation. Okay, for now, I want you to close your eyes and take a deep breath in from your nose and out from your mouth. And imagine that paper once, whatever you wrote in that. Just imagine it once and just leave it there. And continue breathing in from your nose and out through your mouth. Breathe in and breathe out. Breathe in and breathe out. Breathe in and breathe out. Now I'll be counting from 10 to 1. And as we'll reach 1, you'll be transported to a hallway with multiple doors. And as you're standing in the hallway, I want you to imagine big fairy like wings on your back. Okay, so I'll start counting now. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now, as you are standing in the hallway with your big fairy like wings, imagine a door on either sides of you. Go to that door, place your hand on the doorknob, feel exactly how it feels. Is it metal? Is it cold? The temperature of it, the breathing pace of you. Now, slowly open that door and you will find your older version of you sitting there with a big screen in front of you. I want you to imagine the first scenario where you experienced that fear, that behavior, or that idea in front of you in that screen. It may be a parent telling you something, it may be your friend telling you something. Just replay it on the screen right in front of you. Watch it with your oldest version. Once you have imagined it, once you have played it, look at the screen disappearing into the void. Now hold the hand of your older version and come back through the door. As you are standing in front of the door, watch it disappear into beautiful stardust. Now take a deep breath in and out. Imagine another door in the hallway. Place your hand on the doorknob, open the gate, and walk in. Imagine another version of you sitting there with the screen in front of you. Replay another scenario where this fear was ingrained in you. Once you've replayed, watch the screen disappear into the void. Now hold the hand of your older version and come back through the door. As you walk out the door and stand in front of it, watch it disappear into stardust. You are in the hallway with the two older versions of you. You tell them it was no longer your reality. It no longer serves you. You tell them once again, it was no longer your reality. It no longer serves you. And as you say that, open your arms, give them a big, tight hug, and let them immerse into you, into your present self. As they are immersing, your wings are getting bigger and bigger, and you feel lighter and lighter. You just dropped that baggage of fears that you were carrying on for this long, which are no longer yours. You drop them and you feel light as a feather. Now imagine that hallway disappearing. You are in a void where you can fly around. You fly around with love in your heart. As you fly around, imagine a wand in your hand with beautiful gemstones and diamonds and crystals on it. As you fly around, swirl your wand around and create your reality with full details, the new behaviors, the new ideas, the new mindset, the changes that you want to have in your new reality, the reality that you are creating in the moment. Plan out every little detail out of love. You're creating your reality with love and nothing else. Once you've created that reality, stand in the middle of your world. Imagine a light coming out of your heart and, and shining on the whole reality that you're just creating. This light is showering love that you had in you. Imagine this in the form of confetti, beautiful glitter confetti that is showering on whole reality of yours that you just created. While you are standing in the middle of that reality, say it out loud. This is my reality. Everything in here is filled with love. And you repeat it again with even more conviction. This is my reality. Everything here is filled with love. You say it again with even more conviction and no strand of doubt. This is my reality. Everything here is filled with love. Now, slowly remind yourself that it is as easy to let go of the things that no longer serve you and create the new reality, like you just did. Remind yourself how you've created your new reality, and you will keep creating it whenever you want and as often as you want. Say it again with even more conviction. This is my reality. Everything here is filled with love. I create my own reality, and everything I create is filled with love. Now sit down in the middle of that world and imagine yourself where you are right now. You breathe in and breathe out, breathe in and breathe out. Breathe in once again through your nose and out through your mouth. Now open your eyes to this beautiful reality that you just created and give yourself a big hug, a big pat on the back for attending this masterclass and taking this step to unlearn and start your journey towards a relearning. Thank you, and I hope you enjoyed this masterclass.